Do you struggle with waking up early morning? Do you hit snooze button multiple times and feel like you could sleep for days? Well, you're not alone. Many of us find it challenging to get out of warm bed and start the day from the right food since early morning. But fear not, because in this video I'm going to share with you 3 super effective tips that help me a lot to start the day from right food early morning with a positive note. And I left the best for the last. So make sure you keep watching the video till the end. Tip number 1. Leave something that you absolutely love for the morning. I know what you're thinking about. When you have to wake up early morning, the last thing on your mind is going to be something you love. But let me tell you my personal tip that helps me in 99% of cases and motivate me completely to get out of my warm and comfy bed. Usually I don't have a dinner, or I have something really light, something like salad or fruits, maybe a glass of juice or kefir, something like this. So when I wake up early morning, I feel hunger. I super hungry, and the thought of me going downstairs, making coffee for myself, making something for breakfast, something that I really love, makes me so excited that I cannot just close my eyes and keep sleeping again. I'm just really craving for that cup of coffee and something to eat because I'm empty, I want to eat something. Plus, as a mom of 2 small children, I so appreciate time early morning when I can be completely alone and no one is around me. Waking up early and making some time for myself personally, to having a breakfast to myself, to read a book for myself, to do something that I absolutely love, makes me super excited, super motivated, and just gives me no doubts to get out of my bed and start the day. So think about something that you really love to do. Maybe it's a fancy breakfast, maybe it's a nice book, maybe it's watching interesting videos you really love. Every time you go to bed, make a plan for yourself in your head that when I wake up, I will do this number 1 thing, the thing that you love. And when you wake up on the next morning, please recall this plan that you made for yourself since evening. Let yourself to be more excited. Don't think about, damn, I want to sleep, I don't want to go at work, I don't want to do this, I want to stay in my bed. No, just be concentrated on that one thing that you really love and make yourself excited about it. Get out of your bed and go and do this thing. Tip number 2. Think of waking up early as a game. If you wake up at the time you were supposed to do, consider it like a win. You won this day. You started this day from a little small win. You have already woken up at the time you're supposed to do. You promised to yourself. You set this alarm at 7:30 and you woke up at this time. So this is a part where I'm going to be brutally honest with you, because I really don't understand why people set up alarm one specific time, and then when they wake up at this specific time, they start hitting the snooze button. What's the sense of it? Please explain it to me. I still don't understand. My husband tried to explain it to me, but I don't get it. Some of my friends tried to explain it to me, but I still don't get it. Why people hit the snooze button? So you said to yourself, I'm going to wake up at 7:30. Then you wake up at 7:30 and hit the snooze button, and then alarms goes on again and you hit the snooze button again, and it repeats a couple of times. And what do you get as a result? You have lack of time for your morning routine. You barely can eat something because you are really in a rush. You are feeling stressed and anxious about your morning. You woke up from the wrong food, and all of this just for 10 or 20 minutes of extra sleep. You will not even get this deep normal sleep. It was just a really low level of sleep. I don't see any benefits of hitting the snooze button. So please don't hit the snooze button. It's not only about that lack of time that you will get as a result and you will be in rush all the morning. It's also about self-love. It's also about self-discipline. Self-discipline is also part of a self-love. So please, if you promise to yourself something, keep your word in front of yourself first of all. If you cannot keep this promise to yourself that you are going to wake up at this particular time, how can you be more confident in different areas in your life? If you know ahead that you would hit the snooze button, just set alarm not on 7:30 but 7:40 or 7:50. And if you set specific time to wake up on the morning, please make sure you wake up in this specific time without hitting any snooze button. You will start your day with this little tiny win. If still you believe that snooze button helps you to start a great day, to experience a nice morning, please explain me how does it work for you, because I cannot get it at all. Tip number 3. Program yourself with the positive affirmations when you wake up. Just here's the difference. I don't want to wake up. Today was so hard day in this meeting with my boss. I hate it. I will fail again. I want to sleep. Whew. The day has come. Well, I will do my best. Yes, and if I perform super well, probably I get promoted. Let's do this. Did you hear the difference? Something simple like today I'm going to have a great day can make a huge difference for you and set a positive note for the rest of your day. Probably for you it's not that easy to say this affirmation about the great day because you know that today is going to be really hard. But instead of worry about something negative that possibly may happen with a meeting, with your colleagues, with the customers, with something with your job or in family, instead of making these negative assumptions and expectations, think about something that you would like to get. Most of the time we are thinking about something we don't want to happen in our life. 80% of worries will not ever happen. So please don't spend your precious energy on something you don't want to happen, but put it in something you want to happen. So if you wake up with the thought, today is going to be a great day, and imagine that you will get succeeded on this meeting, or you will be so happy just having your children around, or you will meet your friends and hanging out with them, and you will be really experience joyful moments. Isn't it much better than just lying on your bed and making yourself super stressed, anxious, and irritated by everything that is going to happen on this day? Set your frequency on the positive note. You are in charge of everything what is going on here, on every thought that goes through your brain. You are in charge of it. So please take responsibility and control your thoughts. Once you start doing it over and over and over again, it will be automatically work every single day. So 3 tips. Number 1, do something that you really love to do at the morning. Number 2, start your day with a little tiny win. Wake up at the time you were supposed to wake up. Number 3, set a positive tone for your day. In next video, I'm going to share with you my personal experience of how I started waking up without any alarm at the time I needed, and do it pretty every single day. So make sure you subscribe the channel not to miss this content, and see you next time. Be safe and sound.